Hello everyone, myself Anand Joshi and I am working as a assistant professor in Chandigarh Polytechnic College, Grua in mechanical department. Today I am presenting a new topic on fuel injection, governor, supercharger and turbocharger. So now I am presenting a topic which is based on a fuel injector. I am presenting now a presentation which is based fuel injector, turbocharger and governor also. So here it is your presentation which is based on a fuel injection and governor. So first topic is diesel fuel. So diesel fuel comes from the middle distillate group which has property and characteristic different from gasoline. Diesel fuel properties and characteristics: viscosity, wax appearance point, volatility, cetane number or rating, diesel fuel grades. High pressure diesel fuel injection. All diesel engines use a high pressure fuel injection system that differs from gasoline fuel injection system. Combustion cycle in diesel engine. The delay period and initial delay as the fuel changes from a liquid state to a vapor or gas state. The uncontrolled burning period, the fuel already injected into the chamber. So here it is a delay period diagram first is, and the uncontrolled burning period is a second diagram of an injector. In the next slide, combustion cycle, combustion in a diesel engine. The controlled burning period, the injector continues to feed fuel into the combustion chamber. The after burning period is all the remaining fuel in the chamber continues to burn until it is consumed. Combustion of diesel fuel is not identical under all conditions and depends on injector timing, length of time of injection, position of injector nozzle, injection pressure, vaporization of fuel, distribution of fuel in the combustion chamber. For most commonly used fuel injection pump system. So there is a mainly four type of injection pump system which is further divided into four parts. First is inline fuel injection pump system. In the inline fuel pump system is raw cam actuated pumping elements, one for each cylinder, commonly used in diesel engines for heavy commercial vehicles. In the second type, distributor type injection pump system. In the distributor type injection pump system serves several engine cylinders by one or two plungers from which the fuel is directed to each cylinder by a distributor system. This type of pump is used on cars and light commercial vehicles. Third type is unit injection system. In the unit injection system is a combined pump and injection unit. Each unit serves one cylinder. Engine camshaft actuate all these. Unit injection seems to become most widely used system in the future to combat exhaust emissions. Fourth type is common rail of high pressure supply system. In the common rail, it is also called a CRDI system. Use small accumulation tank called rail where the pressure of the fuel remains almost constant and always available in order to supply the electronic injectors. CI fuel engine fuel supply system. So here it is a diagram of a engine fuel supply system. First of all, there is a tank and feed pump which is lift the fuel from the fuel tank and serves to the engine after the filtration. So main component of the fuel system is fuel tank. Second is fuel pipes lines. Third, coarse filter. Fourth is fuel feed pump. Five is fine filter. Sixth is high pressure pump. And seven is the injector. So here it is a main component of a fuel injection pump system. So now First type component of is a fuel tank. So fuel tank is a sump in the base of the tank in which water, if any, accumulates. Second is fuel line. Fuel line, two type of fuel line. First is low pressure line, second is high pressure line. So in the low pressure line, from tank to high pressure pump through feed pump and filters, pressure about 28 to 98 kPa, and second is high pressure line from the high pressure pump to the injector must short, straight and stiff as practicable to avoid excessive vibration. The pressure over 98 9800 8100 kPa. Third is pipe materials are mild steel, which is zinc or tin plated for protection against corrosion. Second is seamless tubes with accurate bore. Third is stainless steel pipes may be the alternative to steel pipes. Next component is a fuel filter. To protect fuel injection system of diesel engine from harmful abrasives because clearance between injector part is very closed. Two type of fuel filter are used, primary coarse filter, secondary fine filter, combination of primary filter and a sedimenter. Primary fuel filter protects the feed pump against the harmful abrasives, and secondary filter removes the very fine particles that have passed through the primary. In some vehicles are equipped with a water separation in fuel system. A fuel water separator works much like a filter, except that the element is replaced by a baffle. This is the diagram of a fuel injector system. A component is a inflow of contaminant diesel. B is the filtration, dirt and water filtration of the diesel, and C is the clean diesel is connected to the engine. So here it is a diagram of a multi-layer filter medium pump. In the mechanical feed pump, deliver fuel from tank to injection pump continuously and at reasonable pressure 29 to 98 kPa. If not, there is a possibility of formation of vapor, bubbles and subsequently cavitation. The result is uncontrolled variations of fuel delivery rate to the cylinders, it causing rough running and possibly mechanical damage to the engine and mechanical damage in the injection pump. Two type of fuel transfer feed pump. Diaphragm type fuel transfer pump. The design and principal operation is similar to the lift pump used for petrol engines. Second, plunger type fuel transfer pumps. There, two type pumps are available, one single and the other double acting. This is the diagram of a mechanical feed pump. Fuel injection pump. Fuel injection pump, function of the fuel injection pump are as follows. Supplies fuel precisely at the right point in the diesel cycle. Second, meter quantity of fuel delivered per cycle to match the torque speed relationship demanded by the engine. Provides very high pressure energy so that the injector can effectively atomize, mix and evaporate it in the air in the extremely short time interval available in the cycle. Fourth point is provides rectangular pulse fuel delivery characteristics having an extremely steep rise and termination of pressure with a flat top in between. Fifth point is function required to be shaped both to meet emissions requirement and to keep noise down to acceptable levels. Fuel injection pump. In order for the engine to operate smoothly, the following fuel injection condition must exist. First point is pressure must be available at the precise instant of fuel injection into the chamber. Second point is injection rate must be equal for all cylinders so there are equal power pulses from each cylinder. Third point is pressure must shut off at the precise instant to control the total amount of fuel to be injected. Several different type of fuel system are used. First is inlet type fuel injection pump. It contains a transfer pump, governor and injection pump within the distributor pump housing. Uses an external supply pump to deliver fuel to the transfer pump to fuel pressure and passes the fuel on the injection pump where it is further pressurized for injection into the cylinders. Second type is distributor type injection pump, which is also these four types we discussed in the previous slides also. So a single unit made up of a supply pump, governor and injection pump. Supply pump draws the fuel from the fuel tank and delivers it to the distributor pump housing. Injection pump then increases the fuel pressure to the levels needed for the combustion. Governor controls the speed of the engine. So main function of the governor is to control the speed of the engine and to supply the fuel when engine is required to the run of the on the road. Third is unit injector. Fuel injection pump and injector in one unit. Inline fuel injection pump. Multi-cylinder inline injection pump has a plunger and barrel assembly for each engine cylinder. Each element contains a plunger, a barrel and a delivery valve all placed in a single row in a casting made in three parts. One part is a steel T-shaped body containing the fuel passages and pumping elements. Second is an aluminium alloy cam box and governor housing which contains the camshaft and bearing, cam followers, control rod, governor assembly and operating linkage. Third is delivery valve assembly. Camshaft creates the plunger movement for each pumping element occurring in the firing order at the correct point in the engine cylinder of operation. Governor senses the changes in the engine speed and in conjunction with the accelerator lever position automatically regulates the amount of fuel to be injected. Function of delivery valve is to provide residual pipeline pressure so that each successive pumping stroke immediately actuate the injector about 2945 kPa2 and 427 psi. Rapid fuel cutoff to eliminate injector nozzle dribble. Positive continuous air purging or bleeding. During its injection stroke, the pressurized fuel lifts the delivery valve so that fuel is displaced towards the injector when the plunger aligns the helical groove and the split port. The injection stops and delivery valve is then immediately closed by the return spring. Distributor fuel injection pump. Two main type of pump is used. Rotary type in distributor pump. Plunger reciprocate in the head of the distributor rotor while revolving around its axis, similar to the Lucas and Stenine units. Second is axial plunger distributor pump. Pumping plunger is coaxial with the drive shaft and rotating with it. Serves also as the distributor similar to the Bosch VE series. Generally distributor type fuel injection pump lighter, compact and less costly than the inline pump counterparts. Also their governors and injection advancer devices are simpler and smaller. This type of pump usually incorporated transfer pump used for keeping it full of fuel and also for powering many of the control system. Consequently, transfer pump delivery pressure of up to 785 kPa and above are necessary. So this is the concept of based on a fuel injection pump system and types of a fuel injection pump system. So thank you all for joining today lecture, which is based on a fuel injection pump system and its type. So in the next class, we discuss about the governor and topic turbocharger or supercharger. So thank you all for joining today.